Good morning, students. In the last session, I have completed DNA as genetic material and also DNA replication. In this class, I am going to teach three more new topics. One is transcription, second one is genetic code, third one is tRNA. We can start with the transcription. So let us see what is the mechanism of transcription. The processes of transcription takes place by DNA helicase, RNA polymerase second, ribonucleotides. So these are three enzymes: DNA helicase, RNA polymerase 2, ribonucleotides. Ribonucleoside monophosphate activates into ribonucleoside triphosphate by phosphorylase enzyme and phosphoric acid. Hence, ATP, GTP, UTP, CTP forms. So here, ribonucleoside monophosphate converts into ribonucleoside triphosphate with the help of phosphorylase enzyme and phosphoric acid, and forms ATP, adenosine triphosphate, GTP, guanosine 5 triphosphate, UTP, uridine 5 triphosphate, CTP, phosphocholine cytidyl transferase. These many things are formed. The next, how does it takes place? How does transcription will take place? Transcription begins by uncoiling of DNA. So DNA is a double-stranded. As you know, it is a double-stranded, two strands. Here, first, uncoiling of DNA taking place. Uncoiling of DNA at a specific site called promoter region of cistron. It starts from a place that is called promoter region of cistron. It takes place by DNA helicase. So, it takes place with the help of DNA helicase enzyme. RNA polymerase 2, that is another enzyme, recognizes and binds to the promoter sequence. So you can see that when it separate, all these base pairs also moving away. So here RNA polymerase second recognizes and binds to the promoter sequence. RNA polymerase second synthesis RNA always from 5 to 3 direction. You can see in this figure, it's a red color. So this RNA polymerase synthesis RNA, from which direction? Always from 5 to 3 direction. You can see here RNA is mentioned here written. It is a red color. You can see here. Hence, among two strands of DNA, one strand 3 to 5 end act as a template strand. So here there are two strands. One is template strand. Top you can see non-template strand. So this template strand always the direction is 3 to 5 end. Clear? So hence among two strands of DNA, one strand 3 to 5 end act as a template strand. Here now you can see the first one. You can see in black and red color, that is a DNA. DNA strand, it is a double stranded. Below that you can see RNA, that is single stranded. So DNA converts into the message going from DNA to RNA, that is called transcription. You learned in the earlier classes, I told what is transcription, what is translation. Central dogma you learned, movement of message or information from DNA to mRNA or messenger RNA, that is transcription. From messenger RNA to protein, that is called translation. Clear? So here, how it takes place. Now here you can see the red color, that is template strand 3 to 5. Coding strand you can see here 5 to 3. That is a DNA double stranded. From there, information it goes to RNA, that is called a transcription. Here RNA is, you can see in the bluish color, that is a single stranded 5 end to 3 end direction. 5, 3 direction. Again here, the same diagram is showing in different way. You can see here unwinding, the template strand, then active site, RNA polymerase. You can see light brownish color, that is RNA polymerase, non-template strand, transcription bubble, RNA DNA hybrid. You can see the newly formed RNA DNA hybrid. It's a heterogeneous form. RNA DNA means it's a heterogeneous form. It's with the 8 base pairs. Then other end you can see rewinding. Then other 3 and 5 ends. This is the direction of transcription. The complementary base for template strand pairs to transcribe mRNA. The complementary base for template strand pairs to transcribe mRNA. When the RNA polymerase reaches the terminator point, there are 2 points. One is starting point, one is ending point. So when the RNA polymerase reaches the terminator point, synthesis of RNA stops. Newly synthesized mRNA, messenger RNA, in eukaryotic is called heterogeneous RNA. So newly synthesized mRNA or messenger RNA in eukaryote, what it is called? It is called heterogeneous RNA. I told before, heterogeneous. It undergoes post-transcriptional process by splicing. Let us see what is meant by this splicing. Splicing means it is a form of RNA processing in which a newly made precursor messenger RNA, short form is pre-messenger RNA or pre-mRNA also we can call, it is transformed into mature messenger RNA or mRNA. This is called splicing. So here premature RNA is transformed into mature RNA. That is known as splicing. How does it take place? Now the heterogeneous RNA undergoes a process where the introns are removed and exons are joined to form mRNA. This process is called splicing. So what is splicing? I'll repeat once more. The heterogeneous RNA undergoes the process where introns are removed and exons are joined to form mRNA. This is called splicing. Then what is this intron and exon? I'll tell you what is the difference between exon and intron. If the gene in eukaryotes are split into the coding or expressed sequence of DNA, it is called exon, and non-expressible sequence of DNA called intron. So what is exon and intron? I'll repeat. The gene in eukaryotes are split into the coding or expressed sequence of DNA called exon and a non-expressible sequence of DNA called intron. Okay. So here the eukaryotic mRNA, messenger RNA, contains exons and introns. In splicing, introns are removed and exons are joined in a defined manner. What is happening in splicing? In splicing, introns are removed and exons are joined in a defined order. Heterogeneous RNA undergoes additional processing called as capping and tailing. So there are two more processes. One is called capping, second one is called tailing. Let us see what is capping and tailing. In capping, an unusual nucleotide, methyl guanosine triphosphate, is added to the 5' end of heterogeneous RNA. So which is adding methyl guanosine triphosphate. It is added to the 5' end of heterogeneous RNA. In tailing, adenylate residues are added at the 3' end as a template independent manner. So tailing means adenylate residues are added to the 3rd end. Fully processed heterogeneous RNA, now called mRNA. Now it is fully processed. This heterogeneous RNA, what it is called now? It is called mRNA or messenger RNA. It is transported out of the nucleus for translation. So you know what is meant by translation before I told. Messenger RNA, the information, it will go to the protein. That is called translation. Then next is messenger RNA or mRNA. It is a RNA that carries messages from DNA to the site of protein synthesis. So what is function of the mRNA or messenger RNA? Why it is called a messenger? Because it carries message from DNA to the site of protein synthesis. It represents about 5 to 10% of the total RNA of cell. It carries the genetic information in the form of triplet codons. How they carry the information? In the form of triplet, means three codons. So in this figure, you can see first end, there is a cap, 5 end, you can see the cap. Then you can see leader sequence. I'll tell you what it is. Here one yellow color portion, you can see what it is. I'll tell you after this. Then again, you can see coding sequence. Start, you can see coding sequence. CDS, coding sequence, then stop. Then again you can see purple color, that is the untranslated region, UTR, that is untranslated region. Again last you can see the tail, poly A tail. I'll explain what is each one. Here, look at this diagram. mRNA is a single-stranded polynucleotide chain. So DNA is double-stranded, here RNA is single-stranded. So mRNA is a single-stranded polynucleotide chain. The eukaryotic mRNA contains a cap at 5 end. You can see in the figure, cap at 5 end, composed of 7-methyl guanosine. It is absent in prokaryotic mRNA. So this is present in eukaryotic mRNA, but it is absent in prokaryotic mRNA. Next to the cap, it has non-coding region called leader sequence. You can see here, the one yellow color portion that is next to the cap. It is non-coding region. It is called a leader sequence. Next to it has an initiator codon. It has written start, green color portion. You can see start is given, that is initiator codon. That is AUG. I told codon always going like 3 letters or a triplet form. It has an initiator codon, AUG, adenine, uracil, guanine. It initiates the protein synthesis. It starts or initiate the protein synthesis. Next to initiator codon, the coding sequence is present. You can see here the yellow color portion, the middle portion coding sequence, it is mentioned here. So next to initiator codon, the coding sequence is present. It codes for specific protein. It is called exon. So mainly it codes for specific protein or protein synthesis. It is called exon. Next to this terminator codon, you can see UAA, UGA or UAG is present. So it is written in this diagram UAG. It terminates the protein synthesis or it stops the protein synthesis. Next to this, again, non-coding region is present. Again, you can see little orange, light orange color portion, that is non-coding region is present. In eukaryotic mRNA, poly A tail is present at third end. The last you can see, in third end, you can see poly A tail, that is the tail. So first you can see the cap, the other end you can see the tail. Cap is present, 5 end, but this tail, poly A tail is present at third end.